Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane, back again with another amazing All-American video. And in this video, I'm talking about episode 4's synopsis. Let's get into this breakdown. The episode is called Bird in the Hand. And y'all know how I do. I go line by line after reading the full synopsis and tell you what I think it all means. Before we jump into this video though, are you subscribed to the channel? Go ahead, hit the subscribe button and turn your bell notifications on so that you do not miss any of my All-American videos. I'm coming to you very regularly with new All-American videos, sometimes twice a day, child, and you really don't want to miss it. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications. Also, while we're getting some of this out the way, go ahead and follow me on your favorite social media site at ericavane.com. I am on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, accepting all of your comments, DMs, and love there as well. So go ahead and follow me and let's keep these conversations going. But without further ado, the unknown. With the All-American game approaching, Spencer is feeling uneasy until an old friend says something to him that makes everything suddenly click. Olivia applies for the coveted summer internship with the LA Tribune online, but her test assignment takes a different turn. Jordan questions why no one sees him as great, and the answer he gets takes him by surprise. Coop feels betrayed by Layla when she learns Layla is looking for a new artist and makes some hurtful accusations. Meanwhile, Billy discusses a new opportunity with Laura that might just be too good to turn down. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get in and get out with this one. I'm excited for this episode. This season has been giving us a reset, a refresh, and I have really been enjoying the energy. I am recording the synopsis breakdown right after seeing episode 2, so I haven't seen episode 3 yet. Don't have any of that, but I'm going to make as best educated guess as I possibly can. With this first line, with the All-American game approaching, Spencer is feeling uneasy until an old friend says something to him that makes everything suddenly click. Who could this old friend be? I don't know. There's a few people that come to mind. It could be Layla. It could be Chris. Could it be Kia? And I don't think they would be calling Darnell an old friend because we already, saw him in episode 1. But could it be Darnell? Either way, to me, it's implying that it's somebody who's not currently really, really active in his social circle. And I know I led with Layla. I'm not even sure if it's her. It could be her, but I doubt it's her. I think it's going to be somebody from outside of his immediate social circle. So maybe Chris, because we haven't really seen them together this season that much. And not that I think that their friendship is estranged, but he's definitely been spending a lot of time with his girlfriend Olivia. And now that they're not actually going to practices, they lost the game and all of that kind of stuff, we haven't seen them actually kicking it or anything like that. So they could have a little bit of distance in between them. I can't really think of anybody else that would have been able to pop up because his other oldest friend or older friend, Sean, has passed away. Him and Coop are completely fine and not old friends. So we might be getting an introduction of this old friend, and I'm using my air quotes. So I can't wait to see who this is. And I think that this is just someone who is going to validate Spencer's decision. We know in episode 3, we're going to see him with the Toledo coach who puts on his plate a decision for him to come early, which will have him leave Crenshaw even earlier before the semester ends so that he can start training with them, which will throw a wrinkle into their plans. And whoever this old friend is, whatever that decision is going to be, this old friend is going to help reinforce that. Now, y'all, if I'm going to make a Hail Mary, I'm maybe it's going to be Billy, but I doubt it because I think that Billy is still going to hold his grudge and have his issues for quite a while. So I really honestly don't have an idea of who this old friend is. I'm going to have to revisit this part of the synopsis after I see episode 3. All right, Olivia applies for a coveted summer internship with the LA Tribune online, but her test assignment takes a different turn than what they asked for. I think that maybe this is going to pull in Olivia's political thoughts and activism background. Maybe it's something that she thinks that she's supposed to be politically correct with, but her activist brain might kick in and she might want to really voice her opinions or her thoughts around whatever this journalistic assignment is going to be. And it could also take up a little bit of time, more time than she anticipated. I'm excited to see that because I've been wanting them to give Olivia a little bit more in reference to her storyline so that we can know what she wants and what her plans for the future is. We really haven't seen much of what Olivia plans to do or wants to do or hopes to do with the rest of her life. And I've been desperate to see that because whilst Olivia is great and all, her whole life cannot just be, I got Spencer and now everything is okay. What does your life look like, sis? What does full happiness look like? Yes, Spencer is a part of something that makes her happy, but we all as people have full lives and we shouldn't necessarily put all of our happiness within one person. And I've been waiting for them to give us more, even in bringing her podcast back maybe. I've loved seeing, her double down in her friendship with Layla because I just want to see her have a full, fruitful life. So we're going to see that. Jordan questions why no one sees him as great, and the answer he gets takes him by surprise. I don't understand how Jordan is a narcissist. He's a ridiculous ass narcissist at that, because Jordan has been asking the same question since season 1. Ever since Spencer popped up and he realized, oh wait, I'm really not that great. I was just good amongst a bunch of other mediocre people. And now that I've seen greatness, I'm not that great. So he's been asking that for forever. GW has told him, Billy has told him indirectly in the way that he pampers and caters to him and doesn't necessarily push him. Spencer has told him that, and just how much he has outworked him and some of the decisions that Jordan has made in comparison to some of the decisions that Spencer has made. So it's very confusing to me how the answer takes him by surprise, because Jordan has been told on numerous occasions why people feel like he is messing up, why people feel like he gives like the least of him, why he seems entitled. Like, nobody is really, except for Billy and maybe Laura, nobody's really prancing around the idea that Jordan thinks that his don't stink and he thinks that he's just so amazing. Even Simone, like, while she would praise him down and love him down, she's also going to tell him the dang on truth. So the part of this that says it takes him by surprise when he gets the answer, it's like, does he finally listen and receive it? And maybe that could be the case, because in episode 2 we see him talk to Billy about why is he mad at Spencer but not mad at him, and he comes to a realization about Billy but also about himself, and that Billy expects him to screw up and Billy don't expect as much from him. And towards the end, Billy does his little whole apology rigmarole and says that he does respect them and all this other kind of stuff. And it's not necessarily really, really honest, but definitely wants to appease Jordan in this way. And I don't even think in that moment Billy realizes how not honest he's being, because he's not even being accountable for his actions. But in that, I felt like there was a lot of self-awareness, and you could read Billy's actions enough to read him and tell him yo, you don't respect me, you expect more from Spencer and all of that. So the fact that he is surprised in this moment is really weird, and I'm excited to see what this is actually going to look like and what about this answer is going to surprise him. Let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think is going to surprise him about the answer. And then Coop feels betrayed by Layla when she learns that Layla is looking for a new artist and makes some hurtful accusations. Coop, when I first read this, y'all, I just really went to a place of Coop is literally the other person, the partner in an abusive relationship. She is the one who, when she don't get her way, when she's not feeling good, when the wind just blows too hard, she just lashes out at everybody that loves her, and enough is enough. You said in episode 2 that you quit rapping, that you quit hoping. Layla is your producer and record label owner. If you quit rap, what's she supposed to do? Quit producing? Quit her record label? That's not how this works, sis. You quit. So she has to go and fill her roster. And even still, she needed to start trying to fill her roster anyway. She's about to graduate high school, probably go on to college, and wants to grow her dang on record label and really step into her independence and boss up. You ain't, the sun don't rise, the world don't rise and set on your behind. Who do you think you are? At this point, sis is looking for any and every reason to be mad and stay mad, and I can't. You were shot. You were able to walk, honey. You were able to breathe. You were able to be with your loved ones. You made it out that coma. If you don't get real grateful real fast, Coop, I'm gonna have to say that they might as well just go ahead and let you go, honey, because this is a lot. I got people in my DMs talking about Coop is too negative for me and they need to go ahead and let her go. Like, people like, maybe Coop should have died, and that's crazy. But one thing I will say, y'all, and I responded to some people in the DMs, so if that was you, hey, we be talking. But I said in the DMs, while I just read Coop for filth right there, I do also feel like it's important for us to see this. Coop is on a journey of a person who feels like there's nothing to live for and, has lost all hope. And I do think that there's something to be said about that story, and there's people who are experiencing that right now. So I'm looking forward to the redemption arc and the rise arc that we're going to see with Coop, because she has to come back from this. And whatever they show us, I think will be a great roadmap for other people who might be feeling just as hopeless or just as lost or just as discarded. And I say that with all seriousness. So while I just read Coop for Coop being Coop, because she's been doing this for a ridiculous long time, if you are going through this and if you feel like how you see Coop feeling on this show, just know that there's no shame in it. You can bounce back and you can rise up, and you have everything to hope for, but you also, sit in your feelings and feel what you feel. Just don't build a house there. Don't stay. And then meanwhile, Billy discusses a new opportunity with Laura that might be too good to turn down. I think Billy's going to get offered a coaching position in the NFL that's going to make them move or ask them to move. Maybe a college position, maybe not NFL because he is raggedy. He might get offered a college coaching position and that's going to prompt them to move. And he got to make a decision with Laura of if they're going to move. And now Laura's not DA, so she don't really have nothing holding her here. These kids is about to go to college, so they can go ahead and do what they got to do. And just don't go wherever Spencer is because your attitude too stank for me. But that is my episode 4 synopsis breakdown, y'all. Let me know what you think about the synopsis in the comment section down below. As always, I am putting the synopsis up on ericabehling.com so that you can go and read it for yourself, as well as track the schedule for season 4 and get any other information that we have available about All American. I love you guys so much for watching. If you're new still and you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, and shout out to all of my members who got this video first. If you want a little bit of extra content and exclusive and videos before everybody else, then click that join button and join the membership. All right, y'all. If you missed it, I did a live after episode 2 and 3. They will be linked in the description box down below. You should go ahead and check those out. Well, once 3 actually comes out, because this is going to come out before 3, but then once 3 comes out, we will link that in the description box down below. And then also check out my episode 2 and 3 breakdowns. Will be linked in the description box down below. Thank y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.